Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. Hashtag one on Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one incredibly awesome, super cool, and amazing ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. Hashtag one on YouTube. Tonight we have with us a returning guest. He was with us when we first kicked off the racing show on YouTube, Mr. Blake Sarpriacone, driver the number 69 Crate Sportsman, out of South Berlin, New York, right?
South New Berlin, New York.
South New Berlin, New York. Okay.
Yeah.
So Blake, let's talk about this year. How's things going with you this year with your racing career?
So we started the year off at Utica Rome, and I think we had some very high hopes going there, and we didn't get the results that we were looking for there. And the last, I want to say 4 weeks, we've been running smaller tracks around here, and I've won one race, and we haven't finished out of the top 10 since we started going to the littler tracks and not such a big track with as good of guys there.
So I see you picked up a win this year. That's pretty cool. So were you just really pumped up that you got that win this year?
Yeah, we unfortunately we didn't win one last year. That was the first time in my career I didn't win a race, and so to win one this year, and that's definitely was well needed.
I was looking for the interview from Victory Lane online, but I couldn't find the interview from Victory Lane that they supposedly normally do with you.
I got it. It's on Dirt Track Digest. I'll have to screen record it and send it to you.
Okay. So Blake, so have you run into any problems this year with your race car?
Well, for the first time, I think since I've started driving these, I spun the car out on my own and broke some stuff when I did that. But other than that, we haven't had any major problems. I think we cut one right rear tire. And other than that, it's been about all.
Okay. So does Dirt Track Digest, do they have a YouTube channel or not?
They do not. It's like a website, kind of like Flow Racing, but
okay,
a little different.
Okay. Do you have to pay for Dirt Digest in or?
So every Saturday at Thunder Mountain, they're there and they do it's $20. You can watch the whole race. So like, say for a guy like you in Iowa, not in New York, if you wanted to watch, it cost about the same that it would cost to go to the racetrack and watch. And like my mom and my dad, honestly, it's only gone there one time with us this year, and we've been there 3 times. So They get to watch from home and not be there. And it's affordable to watch.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you'll have to send that interview over to me because I would like to see that interview with you.
Definitely.
So Blake, so what are your plans going on for the rest of the year? What are you looking on for the rest of the racing season?
I'm thinking we're gonna stick to Afton Motorsports Park on Friday nights, and then when we don't have anything going on, we're gonna run Thunder Mountain. We've been there 3 times this year and haven't finished out of the top 3, so that seems like a good plan. Afton,
okay.
I've ran there 3 times and haven't finished out of the top 10, so
okay. So Blake, now let's talk about so are you eventually going to move up to the big block mods, or are you going to stay in Crate Sportsman's?
Definitely going to run the crate car for another year or 2 until I figure that out fully, and then getting a modified. I'd like to figure out the crate car stuff first and be able to win more than one race a year in one. So
okay. So here's a big question for you, Blake. So how does it feel to be a high school graduate now? Are you glad your high school is over, or?
It's a little different. You wake up every morning now and go to work, and seems to be about all you do.
Yeah.
Work and race and work on race cars and sleep.
So what was it like for you to get your diploma that day? Were you just like all pumped up and jazzed up and like, man, this is awesome, I get my diploma today?
Yeah, I was pretty excited to get it, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Blake, so now you're working for your grandpa and your dad, right?
Yes. Yep.
How do you like working for your grandpa and your dad?
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So what projects are you been working on in the shop lately with your grandpa and your dad?
Um, we don't really have a big project going on right now. A month or so ago, we finished a 55 Chevy
Okay.
that we were doing some work to. That I helped my grandpa on that a little bit. My Cadillac that I drive every day, we put a camshaft in that over the winter together, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what I'd like to see you drive eventually is a 51 Merc.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely would fit in with the big old boat.
Oh yeah.
Cadillac.
So Blake, you've got yourself a motorcycle now, Harley Davidson, I'm guessing, right?
Yep.
How do you like riding the Harley?
It's fast, fun,
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
I like fast, fun, loud things. Yep.
Do you wear a helmet?
Of course, it's a law in New York. You got to.
Okay, alrighty. That's a good thing. That is a good thing because I'd hate for something to happen to you. I would definitely hate that.
Yeah, you got 2 wheels instead of 4. You got to be careful.
Oh yeah. So Blake, how's Anna's career going this year?
I want to say she's raced like 4 times, and we haven't really got the car figured out yet. But we're working on it. So
Is she having more fun? Is she
soon.
having more fun running a slingshot than she did when she was running a quarter midget?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I know that she definitely liked the winning part of the quarter midget, and she was really good in them. And she's been struggling this year, but she's been learning as she goes, and she's never drove on dirt before, so it's a lot different. And
yeah,
she's getting the hang of it, and she gets better every week out. So
okay. So Blake, so do you have any new merchandise coming out?
we just put some koozies for sale on Facebook, and I'm trying to get some t-shirts and sweatshirts made up before the end of the year here.
Tell you what, you get shirts and sweatshirts. I'd like to get a sweatshirt from you in a koozie.
Yeah, I'll have to get some made up and send you some.
Yeah, definitely. So Blake, so you get a lot more racing fans at the track now that are pulling for you?
So actually the last Friday at Afton, it was the first time I had someone come up to me that come into pits from the grandstands. It was fair night there, and probably a middle-aged guy come up and told me that I did a good job and that he was very impressed. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. So do you get recognized in your town that, hey, there's that race car driver dude?
Sometimes, I don't know. Everybody mainly knows us because of the shop, but yeah.
Yeah. So Blake, do you have any big races that you have on your calendar going into the rest of the season?
Short track super series, Thunder or Lightning on the Mountain. I think they call it a Thunder Mountain. Short track super nationals at Afton. And depending on how those two go and the rest of our year, we might venture down to Port Royal for the Speed Showcase 200. And It's not 200 laps, the crate race, but modified race is 200 laps. I think the crate race is 50 laps.
Okay. So haven't had much problems with your race car. How's your car been adapted to the tracks?
I'll be honest with you. Put 2 setups in it. I put the first one in it, ran it 3 weeks, changed very small thing, and I haven't touched it since then.
Okay.
It's been hooked up and moving along pretty good. So
yeah. So Blake, with your crate sportsman, the tracks have been pretty well for you then, that it hasn't been too heavy or anything.
I mean, it seems every track you race on is different every night, depending on the weather, how many cars are there. And I don't know. We switched over from TO to Bicknell this year, and the Bicknell it seems to be, we've found a happy spot with it, and it just seems to work.
Okay. So you like the Bicknell better than the TO?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That was definitely a good move. We
got to work on getting you in a car out here and racing some stuff out here.
And come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Get you
or late model.
get you introduced to Dolan Murdy. Dolan may be able to help you out, get you acclimated to the mods out here.
Well, you'll have to talk to him for me then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
But Blake, so that's about all you've got going on for the rest of the year then. So you've got some big shows coming up.
Big shows, and then I'll put it to you this way. We go to Utica every week. There's 40 cars there, and you race to get in the show harder than you race in the actual feature. And it seems there's 40 cars, but all 40 of those cars are just as fast as the next one. And then there's about 3 guys that are elite compared to everybody else, maybe 2. And when we stopped going there weekly, I want to say we were like right around 30th, 29th in points, somewhere right around there. And I've gone to Afton 3 weeks now and got to 20th in points. So we're going to run Afton weekly and Thunder Mountain when we got nothing going on a Saturday. And then those 2 big shows and maybe the third one.
So with you racing out there, Blake, have you been in some pretty scary situations this year at all? Or like,
I haven't really. I've only wrecked one time, but I haven't really wrecked anything myself. But I've definitely seen a lot of stuff get wrecked around me, and it definitely scary at times. Trying to avoid stuff and not get tangled up with it and keep going. And so far, so good. So we'll keep plugging along.
One good thing, you remember to put fuel in it, right?
Yeah, that's important. You got to make sure you have that. I run out of that 3 years ago there at Thunder Mountain, and I haven't run out of that since.
I know I seen somebody that was watching your video over the weekend of your race say, "Oh, you mean to tell me you remember to put fuel in it?"
Chad there, he's just one of our sponsors, C&K Auto Glass. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Blake, I'm really proud of you for getting this far in your racing career. Have they come out with a racing nickname for you yet?
I think instead of a nickname, they just say my last name different every racetrack I go to. Sarpriacone, Sarpriacone. There's so many I can't even tell you the rest of them.
Yeah.
Sarpriacone. Yeah.
At least I say it right, right?
Yep.
So Blake, one of our guests that was on our show, Chris Dolan, he come out with a racing nickname for himself. He says, I always do good in hot laps when it comes time for features. I just haven't done that well in features. So he says, I'm just going to call myself the hot lap hero. And I'll tell you what, that's really helped his racing career because he's been in like the top 5, top 10 in micro sprints.
Yep. Hot laps, sir. I don't know. We don't do time trials. So we most of the time sit out from that. Puts a lot of dirt and stuff on the car, but
yeah. So is it a true fact with you? And I know a lot of drivers, is it a true fact with you also, before you go to the track, you got to make sure the car is all scrubbed off and all clean?
So the one race I won this year, we ran Utica Road Friday night and Thunder Saturday. Made the show at Utica. Honestly, it was probably the best night we've had there. We ran inside the top 20. I want to say like 18th, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And I didn't even take the car out of the trailer. My cows got out. We were chasing cows all day, and we actually said, screw the cows. We're done chasing them. Chased them for another 8 days after that before we got them. But we went to Thunder Mountain and unloaded the car dirty. And I got to tell you, everybody there told me that dirty cars don't win races, and we were sitting in victory lane at the end of the night. So I'm a firm believer in washing the car can happen at the end of the weekend, but my dad, he don't agree with that. So
so who you got helping you work on your car nowadays besides your dad?
My dad, my buddy Dylan, he raced himself, and we're working on getting him back into it and doing it together, so that should be fun. Caleb Parker, my neighbor Rob, he actually raced modifieds back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, and then he raced vintage mods up until like 2019. Then he stopped. He's got a couple feature win at Orange County and a bunch of wins at Fonda, so that's pretty cool. He moved here from down by Orange County and just so happened to move next door to us and see we had a race car and come over and started helping us. My buddy Kenny, he washes the car for us. That's his job. I don't like doing that, and he's pretty good at it. And if I do it, he whines that I did it the wrong way. So more power to him, I guess.
So do you have any friends from school that'll help you out?
My buddy Kenny, I went to school with him. Yep.
Yep.
And Dylan and Caleb, they were a couple years older than me, but I went to school with them too. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Yep.
So Blake, nothing else going on. So what are you doing to enjoy your summer?
Working, racing, and that's about all.
Yeah, and lighting off fireworks, right?
A lot of them. That's why we're not racing Saturday. We got to go to Sylvan Beach and do a show there. So
okay. So how far is that from your house then?
Oh, about an hour and a half.
Okay.
July 3rd, we went 3 hours away. It was a 22-hour day. We did a $22,000 show on a barge. That was pretty cool.
So what's your job when they're doing fireworks? What's your main job?
So I help set everything up and then run the electric stuff, and I shoot most electric stuff most of the time. And Dylan there, he shoots most of the shows and with the road flare and stuff, like the stuff that you hand light, and then like the finale, and then there's cake boxes and stuff that's electric. So
you'd normally do the finale then?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Blake, it was nice to have you back on here talking to us a little bit about your racing show. Do you have any questions for me?
I'll ask. I got one question for you.
Okay.
So since if me and Dylan race next year, I'm gonna need a new tire guy, and he's gonna need one. I think you should get a plane ticket. I'll send you one. You can come out here and do our tires all summer.
Let's work on that. Let's work on that.
Yeah, we got to find a tire guy. So if you want to be that guy, then we'll ship you out here.
I got to work on getting you on here more and getting you co-hosting with me more.
Yeah, you got to call me and hope I'm not busy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So when's a good time to call you and ask you?
Yep,
When's a good time to call?
5.
What time's a good time to call you?
Anytime after 5.
Okay. And leave your voicemail if I don't get a hold of you?
My voicemail's not set up. Too many people call me, and I don't have time to listen to that. So
if I don't get a hold of you there, just get a hold of you on Snapchat.
Perfect.
All righty. So Blake, thank you very much for being on the racing show with me tonight. I'd like to thank you again for doing this with me. I will call you a little bit to thank you in person. But with that being said, Blake, you have a good night. I'll let you step out and I'll give a little racing news update and then I'll call you. Okay.
Thank you, Josh. You have a good night as well. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little racing news update, shall we? Spencer, I was racing tonight at the Clay County Event Speedway. So go down and check that out if you're in the area. Also, ladies and gentlemen, get ready because me, Josh Nolan, will be at Houston Speedway here the 24th of July, checking out that action, possibly doing some live interviews there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have some pretty outstanding guests coming up. We got Elliot Cox coming on our show eventually. So Elliot's going to be a pretty cool interview. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, it's about all I got for news for you tonight. So definitely check all your local racetracks out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out in the New York area, go check out Thunder Mountain and Utica Rome, and go check out Blake Sarpriacone and his number 69 crate Sportsman out there, because that kid has got it going on. And also check out his sister Anna. She's racing slingshots out there, ladies and gentlemen. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night. Catch you later. Another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, go hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification button on my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to sponsor my racing show, feel free to email me at jjnolan151@gmail.com or call or text me at 712-209-7138. Thanks. Bye.